Something insane just detonated across the internet. And trust me, this makes the Kardashians look like background actors in a silent film. Out of nowhere, Bino pulled off the most disrespectful plot twist of the decade by slapping Chrisean Rock on live, sending shockwaves through TikTok, Instagram, and even the dusty corners of Facebook where aunties still think emojis are witchcraft. It wasn't a tap. It wasn't a warning. It was a slap so loud it rebooted timelines and made half the fanbase refresh their screen thinking the audio glitche. But the real humiliation wasn't the slap itself. It was Blueface watching the entire world clown him in real time. Because nothing hurts the ego like your ex getting slapped publicly while your finances, your reputation, and your peace of mind are in shambles. And right when the chaos felt like it couldn't get any worse. BAMDNE results dropped. Not rumored. Not whispered. Not allegedly. They dropped, igniting a social media meltdown so violent it could have powered a small city. The slap shook the room. The DNA results flipped the table. And the internet? Oh, it's treating this like the season finale of Zeus Network mixed with Maury mixed with global disaster news. Buckle up. This story only gets wilder from here. The internet did not simply react to Bino slapping Chrisean. It collapsed. Screamed, resurrected itself, collapsed again, and started sprinting in circles like a chicken with Wi-Fi. One moment the live was normal Chrisean chaos, yelling, laughing, random background noise, somebody breathing too close to the mic, the usual. Then, out of absolutely nowhere, Bino's arm shot across the frame like he'd been launched by Marvel Studios. The sound of that slap was so sharp, so disrespectful, so spiritually offensive, that people swore their phones flinched. The clip spread faster than gossip in a high school hallway. TikTok grabbed it first, turning it into a meme sound almost instantly. Instagram pages reuploaded it with captions like, "What just happened?" And Bino woke up and chose violence. Twitter users weren't even typing words, just screaming in capital letters with emojis that looked like they needed therapy. YouTube reaction channels had thumbnails ready in 30 seconds. It was chaos, pure and uncut, injected straight into the bloodstream of social media. And Chrisean? She wasn't ready. She blinked twice like reality hit a glitch. Fans claimed they saw her soul leave her body, look around the room for a new storyline, then decide to come back because the drama was too good to miss. The comment sections turned into digital crime labs. People were analyzing the slap frame by frame like the Zapruder film, debating whether Bino used his wrist, his palm, his knuckles, or the power of generational frustration. But here's the crazy part. The slap wasn't even the biggest reaction trigger. The slap was just the appetizer for the humiliation buffet. Because right after that viral hit landed, the internet turned its entire attention to Blueface, and not in a praying for you bro way. In a hey haha look at your life way. Blueface watching Chrisean get slapped publicly while he's drowning in rumors, lawsuits, debts, and emotional chaos? Oh, the internet did not hold back. Memes flooded the timeline faster than bills hit his mailbox. One meme showed Blueface holding his head with the caption, "Not another eel." Another showed him peeking out of a window like Squidward watching SpongeBob and Patrick have fun outside. The disrespect was astronomical, and just when Blueface thought it couldn't get worse, the broke rumors resurfaced stronger than ever. Fans were saying his music wasn't charting, his shows weren't selling, his brand deals weren't dealing, and his bank account was somewhere on life support singing, "Take me to the king." Someone even said he looked financially dehydrated. The internet has no mercy. People were bringing up old screenshots of his gambling losses, old lawsuits, old court cases. A random clip of him flexing $7,000 from 2021 resurfaced with the caption, "The last time Blueface saw money." Even his own posts started working against him. One message he posted said, "Folks don't know what I'm going through." That was all the internet needed to confirm the broke narrative as fact. But then, the nuclear bomb dropped. Chrisean Jr.'s DNA results leaked. And when I say leaked, I mean the internet went full detective mode. Blurry screenshots, side-by-side comparisons, people analyzing the baby's eyebrows. Comments like, "I knew IT" from people who definitely did not know it. Some pages claimed Blueface was the father. Others claimed he wasn't. Some said the results were fake. Others said a family member leaked them. One person said, I printed the results out and my printer started smoking. It was a digital meltdown of biblical proportions. And Blueface? His reaction didn't help. He started posting cryptic messages talking about truth always comes out, which the internet translated into, he found out he's not the father. Then he deleted the post, which made everyone think the results were real. He tried to explain himself in another post, but it only made things messier because Blueface explains things like a man trying to solve a crime he committed. Meanwhile, Chrisean's reaction was exactly what the internet expected. Emotional, chaotic, confusing. And posted at 4 a.m., she wrote things like, "God sees everything. Fake people everywhere, and my baby is my blessing," which only made fans more convinced something big had happened. Her silence on the actual results made things worse. Her supporters flooded the comments trying to protect her. Blueface supporters attacked. Neutral fans said, "I'm just here for the memes." And the memes? They were savage. One meme showed the DNA test envelope with the caption, "This letter ruined 3 lives." Another had Maury on a green screen yelling, "Blueface, you are about to cry." Someone edited Blueface into a courtroom wearing a broke superhero costume called the Financial Struggler. It was brutal. While this chaos brewed, Bino stayed silent like a supervillain who already completed his mission. He didn't explain the slap. He didn't react to the backlash. He didn't defend himself. He didn't comment on the DNA rumors. He simply posted a picture of his hand. Just the hand. The hand that slapped Chrisean into a new timeline. And the internet lost it. Comments poured in like, "The slap has its own fanbase. Is he gonna sign this hand to a record label? This hand needs its own Instagram." The disrespect was poetic. But behind the comedy, something darker was happening. The slap triggered a domino effect that amplified every messy rumor, every broken relationship, every hidden insecurity in the Chrisean Blueface universe. Blueface was fighting humiliation. Chrisean was fighting backlash. Bino was fighting the urge to comment. Fans were fighting each other. And the internet? It was thriving like a shady nightclub on a Friday night. But the wildest part? This was only the beginning because the celebrity reactions were about to hit. The memes were about to peak. The DNA twist was about to get even crazier. And Blueface's humiliation? Oh, it was just warming up. If part 1 was chaos, the next wave was a full-blown digital hurricane. Because once the slap clip made its rounds, the celebrity reactions hit the internet like a meteor shower. Every famous person who loves drama, and every washed-up personality who desperately needed attention all jumped in like they were auditioning for a role on Zeus Network. The first big reaction came from a rapper who wrote, "Bino slapped her soul into another episode." That line alone got 500,000 likes. Another artist posted, "Internet undefeated. Blueface taking LS he didn't even participate in." Even comedians jumped in, saying things like, "That slap had a backstory, a middle chapter, and a sequel." The disrespect was global. Then came the real twist. A well-known female rapper went live and said, "Blueface somewhere punching the air right now." And the moment she said that, Twitter exploded. Memes of Blueface punching air like Cuba Gooding Jr. hit the timeline nonstop. Someone edited him into a video of a man fighting invisible bees. Another edited him into a boxing match where his opponent was labeled life. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared the internet for what happened next. A giant meme page posted a picture of Blueface looking stressed with the caption, "Imagine getting embarrassed by a slap you didn't even receive." That image went viral faster than the slap itself. Blueface couldn't even breathe online without someone commenting, "Bro, another L?" It was ruthless. As if the humiliation wasn't enough, new rumors emerged saying the slap was connected to the DNA results. Fans started piecing together conspiracy theories like they were detectives in a low-budget crime show. Some said Bino knew the DNA results before anyone else. Others claimed Blueface found out early and told Bino. One theory said Bino slapped Chrisean because she lied to the family. The theories were unhinged, but the internet devoured every word. And then a random gossip page posted a blurry screenshot that supposedly showed the real DNA results. The picture looked like it was taken with a potato dipped in Vaseline, but people believed it anyway. Fans zoomed in until the pixels begged for mercy. Some said the baby was Blueface's, others said the baby wasn't. Some said the document didn't even look human. But the confusion? That was the fuel. The drama mutated again when TikTok detectives entered the chat. They narrated theories with dramatic music like they were exposing a government cover-up. One video said, "Let's break down the timeline," even though the creator clearly had no idea what the timeline was. Another TikTok investigator said they analyzed the baby's eyelashes and concluded he looked more like Blueface than Bino. The madness knew no limits. In the middle of all this noise, Chrisean posted a cryptic message. People show their truth when they scared. That one sentence launched another tornado of speculation. Fans interpreted it as, she's talking about Bino, she's talking about Blueface. She's talking about the DNA, she's talking about everybody. Her silence on the actual results only made the drama more delicious. Then Blueface made things worse by trying to clear the air on live. He started strong, then immediately derailed like a shopping cart with one broken wheel. Every sentence contradicted the last one. He tried to talk about money but ended up talking about loyalty. He tried to talk about Chrisean but ended up talking about karma. He tried to talk about his life, but ended up confusing himself. Fans commented things like, he talking in riddles like a confused wizard. He dodging accountability like he dodges bills. Is he explaining or confessing? Blueface thought the live would help. It backfired like expired fireworks, and then Bino broke his silence again with another picture of his hand. This time the palm had lotion on it. People joked that he was prepping for round 2. Someone commented, he moisturizing the weapon. Another wrote, this man treating his hand like a celebrity. The internet turned Bino's hand into a star with its own memes, edits, and fan accounts. But the humiliation for Blueface didn't stop there. A famous comedian posted a viral video reenacting the whole slap situation, but they cast someone as Blueface watching from the sidelines. In the skit, Blueface was holding invisible money and crying into it. People shared the clip nonstop. Even celebrities reposted it with laughing emojis. And then the final celebrity twist happened. Major rapper, someone who rarely speaks on petty drama, posted a message saying, y'all dragging Blueface too much, chill. This should have been the lifeline Blueface needed. But the internet twisted it into a joke too. People replied, even he knows Blueface broke. He defending him like a charity case. This is the rap version of be kind. Blueface couldn't catch a break even when someone tried to help. Meanwhile, Chrisean was spiraling between emotional posts and silence, which only confused the fanbase more. Some people said she was hurt. Others said she was guilty. Some said she was plotting revenge. Others claimed she was protecting her peace, which is internet language for something is definitely going wrong. Then a new rumor shook the ground. Someone close to the situation claimed the DNA results were accurate and explosive. No one knew whether that meant Blueface was the father or wasn't, but the rumor itself made the internet explode again. People argued like they were debating global politics. Fans were posting charts, timelines, explanations, and theories like they were submitting dissertations. But the worst blow of all came from a meme captioned, Blueface the only man who can lose custody of a child that might not even be his. The internet has no mercy, none, and while all this insanity kept growing, something deeper began happening underneath the noise. Reputations started cracking. Friendships started breaking. Secrets started leaking. And trust, whatever was left, evaporated. Blueface wasn't just humiliated. He was defeated. Emotionally, publicly, digitally. The slap wasn't aimed at him, but the embarrassment ricocheted straight into his ego, and the DNA results? They were about to change everything in a way none of them expected. Because the aftermath, the fallout, the emotional explosion, that's where the story gets even darker, deeper, and more dramatic than anything Zeus Network ever produced. As the chaos kept spreading, it became painfully obvious that Blueface wasn't just losing control of the narrative, he was losing control of his entire public image. Every time he tried to speak, the internet twisted his words into memes. Every time he posted, someone turned it into a joke. And every time the slap clip went viral on a new platform, his humiliation deepened. It didn't matter that he wasn't the one who got hit. The embarrassment attached itself to his name like a permanent stain. The DNA? Rumors hitting at the same time made everything 10 times worse. A slightly clearer picture started circulating, and although it still looked like it was taken by a Nokia brick phone in a dark basement, people studied it like scripture. Half the internet swore it proved he wasn't the father. The other half insisted someone faked it to make him look bad. Nobody agreed on anything, but they all agreed the drama was addictive. And in scandals like these, addiction is all that matters. Chrisean's cryptic posts only intensified the confusion. She kept sharing emotional quotes, spiritual lines, and half-coded messages about loyalty and truth, which sent her fanbase into instant detective mode. Every time she went silent, speculation exploded. And every time she spoke, the speculation exploded even harder. People interpreted her every emoji as a confession, her every sentence as a clue. Her silence on the real results created a vacuum, and the internet filled that vacuum with chaos. Blueface attempted one more live to address everything, but instead of calming the situation, he made it worse. He rambled, contradicted himself, jumped from topic to topic like he was speedrunning stress, and left viewers more confused than before. Fans commented that he looked exhausted, paranoid, and defeated. Even supporters admitted he didn't sound like someone in control of anything happening around him. Meanwhile, Bino acted like he was the calm king of a universe built from fire. He didn't address the slap directly, didn't apologize, didn't explain the context. Instead, he kept posting pictures that made the internet laugh harder. Pictures of his hand, his smirk, and random selfies with nothing to do with nothing energy. Every small thing he did made the situation worse for everyone else. His silence was louder than any rant, and his confidence added gasoline to the flame. Blogs started reporting rifts behind the scenes. Some claimed Chrisean's camp was divided over the DNA situation. Others said Blueface's side was panicking over the embarrassment. There were whispers of private arguments, deleted messages, and people choosing sides. Nobody knew the truth, but the rumors felt believable enough to keep spreading. In the world of viral drama, perception becomes reality faster than facts ever can. The biggest blow came when a major outlet reported that the DNA results changed everything. Privately, they didn't clarify what changed, they didn't need to. That one vague sentence turned social media into a war zone. Fans speculated about custody battles. Haters speculated about lies being exposed. Some said Blueface was spiraling behind closed doors. Others claimed Chrisean was preparing for a major public reveal. The emotional tension around the trio was so thick, you could cut it with a butter knife. Blueface's brief disappearance from the internet only added to the chaos. When someone who usually overshares suddenly goes quiet, the internet takes it as confirmation of guilt, panic, or emotional collapse. People joked he was in bed staring at the ceiling. Some said he needed a therapist. Others said he needed a financial advisor. Even neutral fans couldn't deny that his silence felt heavy, sad, and strangely symbolic. When Chrisean finally posted a picture of Junior, smiling and peaceful, the internet twisted it into another plot twist. Her caption, "God got us," became 1,000 different interpretations. Some said she was confirming the DNA, others said she was shading Blueface, and others swore she was trying to reclaim the narrative. But the truth didn't matter, the reactions did. The picture reignited the entire debate for another 24 hours straight. Bino, on the other hand, was riding a wave of viral fame. His follower count skyrocketed, his comments filled with jokes, threats, praise, and confusion. People begged him to explain the slap. Others begged him to do it again. A few even created fan edits celebrating his chaos energy. It was twisted, deranged, and deeply internet-coded. Exactly why the clip stayed alive for so long. The reputational damage for all three was undeniable. Blueface lost more credibility than he had left. Chrisean lost privacy, sympathy, and control of her narrative. And Bino lost the ability to walk outside without someone yelling, "Slap him again." The storyline became a cultural event, and everyone involved took hits they weren't prepared for. Public image isn't stable in this kind of storm. It bends, breaks, and reshapes itself. What made everything worse was the uncomfortable truth that nobody had closure. The DNA results still weren't confirmed publicly. The slap still didn't have a clear explanation. Blueface's emotional breakdown still felt incomplete. The internet thrives on conclusions, but the scandal offered none. And because nothing was resolved, the entire situation hung in limbo, like a cliffhanger begging for a second season. In a world where every live becomes an episode, every rumor becomes a plot twist, and every conflict becomes a franchise, this saga was clearly far from over. There was a tension in the air, a sense that another explosive moment was inevitable. Fans felt it. Observers felt it. Even the people involved seemed to feel it. Something else was coming, another leak, another argument, another meltdown waiting for the right spark. This story didn't end. It simply recharged, loaded up, and waited. Because if there's one thing the internet knows for sure, this chaos isn't done with any of them yet. And just like that, we've reached the end of another digital roller coaster that had more twists than a Zeus Network reunion special. Bino's slap turned into a national broadcast. Blueface took humiliation from every direction, like he accidentally subscribed to monthly suffering. And Chrisean got stuck in the center of a storm nobody could explain. Then the DNA results showed up like an uninvited guest and made everything 10 times more chaotic. This wasn't drama, this was a cultural earthquake. Before you run off to the next scandal waiting on your For You page, hold up, smash that like button like it owes you money, like it borrowed your charger and never returned it. Hit subscribe with the same force Bino used when he swung that hand. And drop your theories in the comments because I already know y'all got opinions. Is Blueface hiding something? Did the DNA results flip the whole story? Is round 2 loading as we speak? Say it all, don't act shy now. Turn on those notifications because this channel doesn't do calm, quiet, or peaceful. Trend Tattle drops the messiest stories, the loudest scandals, and the wildest celebrity disasters the moment they explode. If there's tea, we're boiling it. If there's chaos, we're narrating it. And if there's a slap trending, you know we're covering it before anyone else even wakes up. This is Trend Tattle, where the drama never sleeps. The receipts always surface, and your favorite celebrities stay stressed for our entertainment. Stay tuned, stay locked in, and stay ready. Because the next meltdown is already warming up.